Hi, welcome to my channel, Mostly Mental Mary, where I talk about mostly mental health, and my name is Mary. Today's video is about coping skills. So these are the coping skills that I use on a mostly daily basis. It's not every day, and it's not all the available coping skills. I've just found these are the ones that work for me. So I thought I'd share the ones that work for me. If you want to share the ones that work for you down in the comments below, that would be great, and then we're all helping each other. The first thing that I try to do on the daily, and this one might be the most important one, is meditation. So it's really difficult to get started with meditation at first, especially if you have anxiety, because what meditation forces you to do is to be aware of yourself, your body, your breathing, and your thoughts. And you have to develop this ability to watch your thoughts come and go in a non-judgmental way, which means if you have a thought you don't like, you have to learn how to realize that it's a thought and let it pass, and acknowledge any emotions that come up with that thought and then let it pass. So my suggestion is, if you'd like to get into meditation, is to use guided meditation. I personally like the Headspace app. Then you can go here on YouTube and look up guided meditation, and there's other apps, I'm sure. Some of the benefits of meditation: it restarts to retrain your brain. And I've used meditative techniques like focusing on the weight of your body during a panic attack, and that's helped me get out of a panic attack before. It also, over time, starts to change the way that your internal dialogue functions. I use a skill called noting in meditation, which means when I have a feeling or a thought that starts to take over my brain, as soon as I become aware that it's happening, I can go, that was a feeling, or that was a thought, and then I acknowledge it and I accept it, and then I let it go. And so that retrains your brain and helps you become more comfortable in your own head. The next coping skill was actually the subject of one of my very first videos, and that is journaling. So with a journal, it's an easy way to get out your thoughts and emotions without judgment, especially if you have a lot of internal dialogue that you feel like you need to express, but it's not necessarily something that you feel like you'd be understood. Then you can put that in your journal and organize your thoughts. It's also a great way to track your mood. So if you keep dates on your journal, and then you go back and you track yourself over time. Tracking your moods in your journal you can also use with your therapist. I've also often taken my journal in with my therapist and shared with her some of the thoughts that I had with my journal, and that way I can remember to share that with my therapist even if I'm feeling a different way on the day of therapy. Use also techniques for journaling that come from therapy, come from CBT therapy. So that's things like the rational counter statement, like I showed in the journal, reading from my journals video, where you write out your negative thoughts and then you write out the rational counter statement. So journaling, I think, is a really great daily coping skill tool. Next coping skill that I use on the daily is essential oils. Now, I'm not going to claim that you can use essential oils instead of your mental health medication, but I do think it is a good coping skill to have. One of the things you can do to get yourself grounded and back into reality is to engage your senses, and that includes your sense of smell. I like to use lavender. It's my favorite smell, and it's the one that is typically used for anxiety. But orange, the smell of orange, can also be used for anxiety. Peppermint is a strong smell that can get you grounded quickly. I add my essential oils to my bath. I wear my essential oil jewelry and I can smell it throughout the day, and I can pull my little peppermint essential oil roll-on out of my purse and put it on my temples at any point, just to give my body something to focus on, to smell. That way, if I'm focusing on the smell, it makes me feel a little bit better. Another one of my daily coping skills is exercise. Now, I will come clean and say that this is the one that I am the least consistent with, but it's potentially one of the most important ones. When it comes to exercise, some movement is better than no movement. Even if all you can manage is a walk around the block, that walk around the block is still better than if you laid on the couch or in bed all day. Whatever you can get yourself to do, do it. When it comes to exercise, I know that can be an issue if a part of your mental health is weight related. So what I suggest is pick fitness goals and pick exercise goals that have nothing to do with your body shape or size. So for example, instead of putting a fitness goal as my weight, right now my goal is to do a 5K. My brother and I are training to do a 5K in April. So each day I'm recording how long it takes me to go a mile or maybe even 2 miles, and I'm trying to beat my time every day. Now, once again, I'm not going daily. That's one of the hardest coping skills that I can commit to. But even if I don't commit to it every day, the days that I do run or the days that I do go on long walks or even make it to the gym are the better days. That leads me into my next daily coping skill, and this is my favorite one. My next coping skill are my dogs. I've got Jack here and Daisy. Come here, Daisy. I've got Jack and Daisy, and they are a part of my daily therapy. One of the major things that they force me to do is they force me to do that exercise coping skill, because these dogs need walks in order to be healthy. So taking them on a walk is easier, and them asking me to go on a walk keeps me going and keeps me exercising. It's also they're also a coping skill because they help me get up in the morning on depression mornings when it's really hard to get up. If you've got a dog asking to use the restroom, and you know you can either get up and take the dog outside, or later you can clean up pee or poop, all of a sudden it becomes a little bit easier to get up and to go outside. They also invoke that nurturing side of me, having an animal that needs my attention, needs me there to feed them, to bathe them. It gives me something outside myself to have a reason that I have to keep going. Let me know if you'd like an introduction video to Jack and Daisy. I'd love to record a whole video just about my therapy. Well, I'd love to record a whole video about my emotional support animals. And I'd love to record a whole video about, I think, the benefits of emotional support animals. So if that's something you'd like to see, then let me know. Alright, those are my daily coping skills. If you have daily coping skills that you do on the daily, please share them in the comments down below. If there's something you know that you'd like advice about and you want my input on, then please put that in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, share it if you think it is helpful for those with mental health, and I will see you next time. Bye!